You're not going to believe this. The CIA has classified whether or not they even looked at an object passing through our solar system. Not what they found, not what they know, whether they looked at all. That's how a Glomar response works. It's the intelligence community's way of saying the question itself is dangerous. And on December 31st, 2025, they used it on interstellar object 3I Atlas, a comet. At least that's what NASA calls it. But here's what makes this different. The CIA doesn't Glomar comets. They Glomar active intelligence operations. To understand why this matters, you need to know where the term comes from. The phrase, quote, neither confirm nor deny, has been around forever. But Glomar is something else entirely. It's named after one of the most audacious covert operations in Cold War history. In 1968, a Soviet nuclear submarine called K-129 sank in the Pacific Ocean 3 miles below the surface, carrying nuclear warheads and Soviet codebooks. The CIA wanted it, so they convinced billionaire Howard Hughes to build them a ship, a massive deep-sea mining vessel called the Hughes Glomar Explorer. The cover story was manganese nodules on the ocean floor. The real mission was to steal a submarine from the bottom of the Pacific without the Soviets knowing. In 1974, they tried. The ship deployed a massive mechanical claw they nicknamed Clementine, lowered it 3 miles down, and grabbed the wreckage. But as they lifted it, the submarine broke apart. 2/3 fell back into the abyss. They recovered a section containing 2 nuclear torpedoes, cryptographic equipment, and the bodies of 6 Soviet sailors who were given a formal burial at sea, which the CIA filmed. When the story leaked in 1975, journalist Harriet Ann Philippi filed a Freedom of Information request demanding details. The CIA's response became legal precedent. Quote, we can neither confirm nor deny the existence of the information requested, but hypothetically, if such data were to exist, the subject matter would be classified and could not be disclosed, end quote. The courts upheld it. The Glomar response was born, and it's been used ever since, but only in specific circumstances, when acknowledging that records exist or don't exist would itself reveal classified intelligence operations. So, why use it on a comet? NASA held a press conference on November 19, 2025, and told the world definitively that 3I Atlas is a natural comet. Case closed. Except the CIA won't even acknowledge whether they have records about it. That disconnect is what makes people pay attention. Let's talk briefly about what makes 3I Atlas strange. It has an anti-tail jet pointed directly at the sun, both before and after perihelion. Most comets don't do that. Its rotation axis aligns with the sun's direction to within 8 degrees. That's unusual. Its orbital plane aligns with the ecliptic plane, the plane of our solar system, to within 5 degrees, statistically improbable for a random interstellar visitor. And the gas it sheds shows nickel levels that are prominent relative to iron, a signature reminiscent of industrial nickel alloys, not typical comets. None of this proves anything. Comets are weird. Space is full of anomalies. But these aren't trivial quirks. They're the kind of details that make scientists uncomfortable when they can't explain them cleanly. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb has been vocal about this. He's proposed a threat classification scale for interstellar objects earlier in 2025, specifically to help policymakers assess whether something like 3I Atlas could be a black swan event, a low probability, high consequence. The kind of scenario intelligence agencies are supposed to monitor. And Loeb pointed out something that should have raised eyebrows. The arrival direction of 3I Atlas aligns to within 9 degrees of the WOW signal from 1977. The chance probability of that is less than 1%. That doesn't mean alien technology. It means someone should be looking carefully. And apparently someone was. John Greenewald Jr. is a researcher who's been filing Freedom of Information requests for over 2 decades. He runs the Black Vault, an archive of declassified government documents. He's seen thousands of CIA responses. He knows what no records looks like. He knows what partial releases look like. He knows what exemptions look like. And he knows what a Glomar response means. On December 31st, 2025, the CIA sent him a letter. Quote, "We can neither confirm nor deny the existence or non-existence of records responsive to your request." At Glomar. For 3i Atlas. Greenewald posted his reaction publicly. He's filed requests on terrorist attacks, foreign intelligence operations, covert missions, classified aircraft, and sensitive geopolitical incidents. Many came back with no records. Some came back with redacted documents. Some came back with full exemptions. But this one came back with Glomar. That pattern matters. The CIA routinely handles FOIA requests about intelligence matters. They acknowledge records exist and withhold them. They say no records exist when there's nothing to find. They release records in part or in full when appropriate. But a Glomar response is reserved for situations where even acknowledging the existence of an investigation would compromise national security or reveal intelligence sources and methods. So why would the CIA treat a natural comet as an intelligence matter? One explanation is precaution. Maybe someone in the intelligence community decided that even though 3i Atlas is almost certainly a comet, the low probability scenario of it being something else warranted quiet observation. That's actually responsible risk management. You don't announce to the public that you're monitoring a potential threat until you know what it is. Otherwise, you create panic over nothing or you reveal your monitoring capabilities to adversaries. Avi Loeb suggested exactly this interpretation. NASA delivers the most likely scientific conclusion publicly. The intelligence community investigates the black swan possibility privately. And if that's all this is, the Glomar response makes sense. It keeps the investigation hidden without confirming or denying that an investigation happened. It avoids the boy who cried wolf problem. But that explanation assumes the intelligence community is just being cautious about a comet. It doesn't explain why this object triggered that level of scrutiny when other interstellar objects didn't. Oumuamua passed through in 2017 with its own set of anomalies. Pancake-shaped, unexpected acceleration, no visible outgassing. Loeb argued it could be alien technology. The scientific community dismissed him. The CIA didn't Glomar it. So what changed with 3i Atlas? Maybe it's the timing. Maybe it's the alignment with the WOW signal. Maybe it's the special combination of 15 anomalies. Or maybe it's something we don't know yet. Something observed that hasn't been made public. The frustrating part is we can't know. It's the nature of a Glomar response. It's designed to leave you with questions. And those questions are uncomfortable. If 3i Atlas is just a comet, why the secrecy? If it's not, what did they see? And if the intelligence community is watching the skies for interstellar objects that don't behave like we expect them to, how many others have there been that we have never heard about? The bigger question is about transparency. We have a right to know if something is passing through our solar system that represents a potential threat or a profound scientific discovery. We have a right to know if our government is monitoring objects in space and classifying that monitoring. And we have a right to ask why a comet warrants the same legal response the CIA used to protect Cold War submarine salvage operations. The courts have said the Glomar response is legitimate if the agency can justify it. But the justification is classified. So we're left trusting that someone made the right call. And maybe they did. Maybe this is exactly what responsible intelligence work looks like when you're dealing with uncertainties that could reshape our understanding of what's out there. Or maybe we're watching the normalization of secrecy around a phenomenon we should be allowed to examine. Either way, the message is clear. The question itself is classified. And that should bother you more than any answer ever could. But that's just what I think. I really do want to know what you think. Please drop a comment below. And if you like what we're doing here, please like, share, and subscribe. It's free for you, and it really does help the channel grow. We appreciate it. Be sure to check out all the links below for other cool stuff as well. And remember, always keep an open mind. And not so open your brains fall out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.